That will be the drinks break in the first half. There's the challenge again from Nihal. So there will be a drinks break in the first and the second halves, as we had in the previous seasons. Chance for David Catalia to have a few words with his team. Well, you'll probably be happy that they haven't conceded a goal, but maybe not happy that they haven't really threatened Vishal Cathers yet. Well, here are three of the Mohun Bagan chances we've seen so far. First one set up by Liston. Dimi Petratos, though, just swung a boot and could only really help it on its way. Wasn't in any real shape to try and hit that one on target. That was Anirudh Thapa from a long way out. Wasn't too far over. And then that free kick a moment or so ago from Liston Kalaso, tipped over by Sachin Suresh. Well, Sergio Libera, vastly experienced, of course. He's coached over 500 games in his career now. Ronan Borges getting another lease of life with Kerala, having been released by Goa at the end of last season. We see everything very much in favour of the Mariners at the moment in the first half so far, but they still haven't managed to find a goal. This could be the moment, no! And the opening goal of the new season goes to Jamie McLaren, who else? 12 goals last season, and finally Mohun Bagan make the breakthrough against a very stubborn Blasters defence. McLaren allowed too much space in the area and easily guided past Sachin in the goal. First goal of the season. Mohun Bagan, the defending champions, are off and running in pursuit of their third league title in a row. Well, they're doing the Poznan, but it was well worked, but it was poor defending really from Kerala. They had just two players back behind the ball when McLaren managed to sweep it home. And that's the first time really that they've lost their shape at the back. Ivan Doling was the nearest man to him. They were just caught out by that fast ball through, and McLaren, quick feet to get there ahead of the defender. And Mohun Bagan lead by a goal to nil. And how often have we seen that? Goals coming just after the drinks break. Sergio Libera was a master of it, of course, when he was at Odisha a couple of seasons ago. Well, something like, was it 17 goals I think they scored after the drinks break. Those magical words have worked their wisdom once again. Here's Liston Kalaso. Oh, will be halted again. Another words have worked their wisdom once again. Here's Liston Kalaso once again, who's really been in the wars in this first half. Alberto Rodriguez making that point possibly to the referee as well. Not a happy man either, Sergio Libera. There's a good ball over the top. Here come Mohun Bagan again. Sachin blocks that one away, manages to get there before the rebound can find a maroon and green shirt. Another good shot for Robson. Second shot on target for him in this first half. Lovely understanding, good understanding between those two, Petratos and Robson. Another chance for Liston. Took a slight deflection. Dimi Petratos got there, and well, he's claiming he had a right to go for the ball because Sachin hadn't gathered it in cleanly. I don't think there was any malice. He's certainly not that kind of player, Dimi Petratos. But once again, another shot on target from Mohun Bagan. Liston with a slight deflection this time. Gathered in by the goalkeeper. Apoya down again, not for the first time in this first half. 5 minutes to go to half time then. Mohun Bagan have their noses in front thanks to another goal for Jamie McLaren. Subasic with a throw that looked suspiciously like a foul throw, but don't see them given very often these days. There's Apoya. Metab. Alberto Rodriguez. Good call. Heard that a long way off. Sachin calling keeper. Save. Given away cheaply again by Kerala. Thumbs up from Sergio Libera, so his side are obviously doing well in terms of the press on the Blasters' defence at the moment, just forcing them into those unforced errors. Here's Apoya. Abi Mitai. The Blasters only won three games away from home last season. Just 12 of their 29 points coming on the road. Sahif under pressure from Liston in the corner, but he recovered well to get the ball. Sahif could be a regular this season. He did play every minute of the Super Cup against Rajasthan Sporting Club Delhi and Mumbai. One of a long line of players, of course, that comes through that Kerala production line. Will be just a couple of minutes to add at the end of the first half. First half that has been dominated by the reigning champions, as you would probably expect. Won't want to afford any slip-ups at home in their first game of the season. Okay. Hasn't had too much to do, but coming a long way out of his area there to clear that one long. Chance for Liston here, a little bit of space. Looking to try and get the angle for the shot himself. Well put away though by Ebindas. Again, didn't have the best of seasons in terms of his goal scoring last season. Liston Colasso, just 4 goals. Another corner goes onto that tally for Mohun Bagan. Taken again by Dimi Petratos. Finds the head of Alberto Rodriguez, but over the top. Player. Good inflectional. It's almost taken away from his own goalkeeper by Umar Bar. Fortunately came to nothing. Hoyer, he's been in the wars a little bit in this first half, trying his luck. Petratos. Out wide by Tapper. Robson. Teasing again. Almost took a touch off the defender and went into his own net. Fired across by Robson. Pretty certain he was going for that bottom corner, but he almost got that deflection to take it past Sashin. Just there. How on earth that didn't go in? It only needed the faintest of touches off the defender. Petratos with another corner. And another free for Alberto Rodriguez. And Sashin gathers at the second attempt. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was the first half that was dominated pretty much by Mohun Bagan, the defending champions. It did take them a while to break down this stubborn Kerala Blasters defence, though. In the end, they managed to find a way through. Jamie McLaren, 12 goals last season, getting another goal to his tally this season. There's that final quarter. The header down came off the shins of Sashin. Managed to gather before Alberto could get a second chance on the ball. Bar and Co have been kept busy at the back. nearly conceded a second goal on the stroke of half-time. But at the break, at the VK, the opening game of the season, it's Mohun Bagan Supergiant 1, Kerala Blasters 0.
ट्रिपल टॉस अप राउंड। अनुपम
कार में टांग अड़ाना।
किसमें भाई साहब?
Halfway through the opening game of the brand new Indian Super League season, Mohun Bagan, the defending champions, took a little bit of a while to break down the Kerala Blasters, but they got there in the end. Did manage to take the lead and to get themselves in front. Jamie McLaren with the only goal of the game. Kerala gave a pretty good account of themselves. They were reasonably good defensively, led by Vikas Jundam. And the new signing, Omar Ba, is confirmation of that half-time score. Mohun Bagan 1, the Kerala Blasters 0. So these sides, no strangers to playing the opening fixture of an Indian Super League season. A battle, you feel, for the Kerala Blasters to get back into this in the second half. It was all Mohun Bagan. Amy Petratos there, popping that one forward, was off the target. And Rafa tried his luck from a long way out, was over the top though. This was probably Kerala's only foray into the final. The new signing, Vertimo, trying to get onto that ball. Vishal Cave, though, good safe pair of hands from last season's Golden Glove winner. Liston Colasso, free kick tipped over by Sachin Suresh. Couldn't quite get the dip he needed. It was straight out the goalkeeper, fairly regular.